All through my school years, up until when I was in GSS 3, I had been one of the dullest students I've ever known. I was always taking the bottom of the class. I was always either taking 31st position out of 35 students, I'll be 31, or out of 50 students, I'll be 45. I was unnecessarily playful, I was rude, arrogant, selfish. I just exhibited a lot of behaviors that were not the best. And that was how I lived my life up until I was in JSS 3. And then something happened. My dad got transferred, and I had to leave that school and go into another school. So they checked me into a boarding school for girls. It was an all girls school. And I hated every bit of that school. I hated every waking hour, every sleeping hour of being there. I just hated it. I didn't like anybody there. I didn't click with anybody. It was just not where I really wanted to be. So I was first to be on my own. I was first to be alone. I was first to be without friends. I thought that was one of the worst things that could ever had happened to me as at that time because hello, which 13 or 14-year-olds don't want to be with friends? I needed my friends. I missed my friends. I had these two friends that would always play together. We're always notorious and causing troubles, not really causing troubles per se. We're good students, obedient in class and all that, but we were just not listening. We would play, make jokes when teachers are teaching and all that. And then that led me to being exactly who I was as at that time. And I missed my friends. I wanted them to be there to play with and all of that. And the thing that I thought that was one of the worst things that could happen to me turned out to be the best thing because I just decided to, do the things that I had to do because I had no friends. So I just had to occupy myself and do something. And then I would read novels, collect novels from students, and then read novels. And then I would also read my books when I got bored and tired. I didn't have any other thing to do, right? So I would read my books and just look through it and just be like, let me just do this. I have no choice. I just have to do it. So I would read my books. And then I realized that I started scoring really good at tests. The most brilliant student in class then actually started hating me. And I didn't get why she was hating me. I'm like, why is she hating me? I actually really liked her. I actually thought she was cool, but then she hated me. I'm like, why does this girl hate me? Like, I didn't do anything bad to her. I've not been rude to her or anything because I actually thought that she was cool. So why is she hating me? And I didn't realize that it was actually because I was scoring high. And I didn't even realize that I was doing well in class because of how bad I had done earlier, where I was coming from. When you have something, when you don't have something, and then suddenly it happens, you just don't see it. It's like you being this person that have been ugly all your life, and people are beginning to say, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful." You're not gonna. Probably this is not the best description I should give because I don't really believe people are like ugly, ugly, but you get what I mean. Like having something that you don't know that you've had all along, and then people begin to see it. It's like people start seeing something that you've never had all along, and you're like, how, what's going on? What are these people seeing? That was how it was for me. I didn't get why she was hating me. Why was she hating on innocent me, harmless me? The day I realized that I was actually changing was the day one of my teachers in class, I think we were having a practical, and then he made a comment and said, "Oh, I was an outstanding student. He liked the way I think, and he liked my contribution in class." And I was like, oh my God, I am now the brilliant student. It was actually great, especially after seeing my result after that semester. I began to believe that I was beginning to become somebody that's different, somebody I didn't recognize. And I started loving the person that I was. I was more aware of myself. That is one of the things that being alone can teach you. The first thing is it would help you get an identity. It would help you find yourself, who you truly are. It's like, in solitude, when you're by yourself, you start seeing the things that looks like they are dull starts getting shiny. They start polishing themselves out because you begin to look inwards. You're no longer looking outward because there is nobody there for you to look at. You have to look at yourself. There is no one else for you to stare at in the mirror but yourself. And that is where you start noticing, oh my God, my nose is actually really cute. Oh my God, I think I can just flip my hair like this and it's become beautiful because you're the only one there. And then you have nothing else to do but to focus on yourself. You start to see the things that you can make better. You start to see the things that, oh, I don't like this. I need to change it. Okay, I love this about myself. Okay, I think I should do more of this. That was how I discovered that I was a brilliant student. I had the brains. I'm not dull. I can do this. I just need to be more focused on the things that I'm doing, on what I want to achieve, and then I'm going to achieve it. And from then on, I began to just blossom academically. And I actually went ahead to be the head girl of an entire school, which is amazing. From somebody that used to get promoted on trials to being the head girl of a school was outstanding. And this is all because I found and discovered myself by being alone. So yeah, being alone it's not all bad. In fact, every human being needs to find a time where they're in solitude, where they're by themselves to discover themselves. It's very important for you to be by yourself. The second thing not having friends is actually going to help you achieve, or it's actually going to teach you, is that it's going to help you choose better friends, right? Because now you've discovered yourself, you know who you are, you know where you're headed, you know the kind of people to associate yourself with. And because you've been with yourself and then you now know yourself and then you're not at peace with yourself. I think this is the third point, but I have to pitch in that one to explain this one, right? Because you're not at peace with yourself, you have no problem being alone. Because first of all, you know the harm being with the wrong people can cause, and secondly, you're not afraid to not be with anybody. You're not afraid to wait until you find the right friends. So it's actually going to help you to align yourself with the right people. And this is not even just about friendship. Also in finding love, you're also going to know the kind of partner to associate yourself with because you've known who you are, you've discovered yourself, you know where you're going, and you're like, okay, with this person that I am, where I'm going. Because then I knew that when I left that school and to the next school, I literally attended three secondary schools, you guys. I know high schools, I mean, for those who are not Nigerians that follow me, high schools. So I moved on to my next school, picking my friends carefully. I didn't pick the friends that were too playful. I didn't pick the friends that were not serious in class because now I know what I want. Now I know who I am. Now I know how I want my life to go, where I want my life to go. I had a goal. So I knew to pick friends that were like me, brilliant students, that were focused, students that wanted to study this courses and that courses. You know, they knew what they were going to. They had a plan. They were going to, you know, be serious in class and get ready for why, get ready for exams. You know, they had a future that they were planning for. So those were the students that I looked myself with. So being alone is actually a very beautiful thing. It will help you discover yourself, what you want, and who you are. The third thing being alone is going to help you achieve is it's going to help you become very, very comfortable in yourself. It's going to help you, how will I put it? Become that person that you resonate with within yourself, kind of you becoming a friend of yourself, right? You're not afraid to be with yourself because you love your own company. You like to talk to yourself, you like to be by yourself, you like to do things by yourself, go out by yourself, travel by yourself, have fun by yourself, live life, enjoy life just being by yourself, right? As much as it's always cool and interesting to be with friends and have people around, you would also love spending time with yourself because now you have comfort in yourself. You feel this comfort within yourself, in yourself, by yourself, and you just really would just love yourself even more because now you know yourself. To love somebody is to know them, right? Some people cannot even love themselves because they don't know themselves. So now you know yourself, and then you just love yourself. You just in your own space, in your own self, by your own self. See how I was smiling because I totally love being by myself. It's one of the best things that you can actually do for yourself. It's one of the best levels you can get to, honestly. Because people are always not going to be by your side. People are always not going to be there. And even people can be there and then you still feel alone. You still feel by yourself. You still feel like you don't have anybody. You still feel empty. So feeling that space by yourself is beautiful. Any other person that's coming to make your world a better place and all that, it's just going to be a privilege for them to be in your world. It's going to be a privilege for them to be in your space. And it's going to make the friendship or the relationship whole because you're a whole person. You're whole within yourself. You're not looking for somebody to fill in spaces for you. Instead, you just have the person in your space to complete each other. So don't be afraid to be alone, especially in today's world where things are literally going into chaos. Everybody is going crazy. Human beings are selfish. It's very hard for you to find genuine people, genuine friends, people that just want to be with you or love you just for loving you and not because they want to take something from you. It's a very, very hard world right now. Everybody's just looking out for themselves, and it's very hard for you to make genuine connections. It is better and it is best for you to be able to find comfort in being by yourself and in being yourself and finding your identity and being able to find friends that align with you. So yeah, being alone is a beautiful thing. You have to actually get to a point where you're by yourself to discover yourself and to live for yourself. So yeah, um that will be the end of this video. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. If you love this video, you will love other of my videos. I would pin some of them in the description box so you can watch them, or you would see some of them on end screen. You could just continue watching. And thank you once more. By the way, my name is Benari Bello and this is the Get Better podcast. See you in my next video. Oh, before you go, don't forget you are enough and God has given you everything you need to succeed. All you need to do is push, 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 push for it to happen. Bye. See you in my next video.